Ben Evans here at SFC 9. I'm here with Anne Still, your middleweight champion. Samurai won this one, just to be clear as well. Cam, I watched you fight a few months back. It was a good win to win this one. Just defended this one now. You had to grind to that one.
Yeah.
What were your immediate thoughts after that one?
Definitely a grind, but like I said, when I fought for this one, we had an interview. I said I had a big weight cut for that fight, and I feel like it took a toll on me. So like I have literally just had the best camp of my life. Like striking, grappling. My grappling's feeling like I feel so relentless. I could do that. Feels like I could do that for 3 days. Do you know what I mean? In those transitions, in those sequences. So I just I knew for a fact if I grabbed hold of him, get up 10 times, I'll just keep taking you down. Do you know what I mean? And then so I feel like I don't know why I doubted my striking a little bit. Not that I doubted my striking. I knew I could strike with him, but I thought, why am I going to trade with him when that's the best thing he does is box? That was his best attribute. And I was beating him in the boxing exchanges, but I thought I'm not going to do that. And then I grappled him first round. I thought, you know what, second round, I'm going to try her a little bit. I was cracking clean, and then the third one I was cracking clean. I didn't even need to shoot, but I'm glad I did. Mixture of grinding. I just grinded out of him. That's why you can see in the third round at the end, he settled to his back. The whole fight he was doing well to keep getting back up, but I kept grinding him, and then in the end he settled. So that's what happened to him in the middleweight division, in my opinion.
And obviously, one of the main things coming into this one was it was a short notice opponent. You said obviously we kind of knew he had a bit of a striking background, so you kind of prepared for that. But from what you did know about him, is that kind of what you expected, just to stand and bang with him?
Yeah, he was going to try boxing. I knew that, and it's a lot of unknown. He hadn't fought in 6 months, and he's putting up all this stuff saying, "Oh, nobody's seen this version of me." And I was a bit like, "Fucking hell, what have we seen?" I'm human at the end of the day. I'm thinking, "Fuck no." So I stood in front of him. I thought, but I gave him too much respect on the feet. Like obviously, I didn't know I was fighting him until the Monday. Do you know what I mean? And in my opinion, he's a better fighter than the boy I was meant to fight previously. He's really good. That boy beat Els Westcott, and Els Westcott beat me. Do you know what I mean? So that was another thing in my head, but I feel like I already ruled that out. Like I was meant to fight him before, and he didn't go through. So I feel like that was a big thing for me. Like I made my debut in this building 5 years ago, do you know what I mean? And now I'm defending titles. I lost my debut. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm defending titles here, like beating top UK boys. Like where do I rank now? I've said I was number one in the UK a long time ago. Beating number one in the UK, beating number one guy in France. Went 3 rounds with the number 3 guy in the world in Georgia in the World Championships. Where does that rank me in the UK now? I just can't wait to see it.
And I think the thing that kind of won you this fight was just your relentlessness. You didn't stop.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really give him a chance to get anything going. So where does this sort of rank? Did you feel like that was one of your better performances? Where are you thinking right now?
Not with my entries, but I wouldn't say it was one of my prettiest performances. But in the fact that I just went into this fight going, I'm going to break him. That was literally my mental. I just thought, I'm just going to stay in his face. Some of the shots might not have been pretty, but I got him down, stayed on. He took me down like a weird back trip in a second, but we're fighting. Like, that guy trains like me, do you know? He fights for he sees himself being in the UFC one day. He wants to be the best he can. Like obviously he's gonna catch me or something, trip me once. Like, do you know? I can't expect to be perfect against like from Manchester top team as well. Lewis McGregor in this corner, other people like that. Like it's surreal to be honest. Like when I was just a little kid starting doing this, but yeah, it's mental. Like he's obviously a really good boy, and to be able to just dominate him all 3 rounds like that goes to show levels really.
100%. And after we saw you get this one, the whole story with this one was it was probably gonna be your last one before you go pro. Is that still the case?
Yeah, well, I seen the IMF Worlds is in November, so regardless, I've had 3 fights this year already. I've been in camp since January the 1st. I'm having a little break, regardless. My body's been through the ringer. Like I've probably sparred every Friday since the beginning of the year. It's not so much the fights, it's the sparring. It's like, what's that doing in your body if you want to do this for another 20 years or whatever, 10 years, however long I want to do it for. So I'm having a little break, and I'm going to think the next fight, because I was going to go pro in September on build up, but they moved build up to August now, and I want a little break, do you know what I mean? So this year I'll be a pro debut, it will be IMF Worlds, and because the boy I fought last year took bronze, and I know how much I've improved in a year. If me and him fight in the first fight again, like we'll see how it goes.
And not many guys have actually not just won this, but obviously defended it as well. So if it is the time to turn pro, is that the perfect way to go into it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I have nobody else has held all these 3 titles at the same time. I've defended this one, I've defended this one. I beat the number 1 guy in France for this belt, I beat the number 1 guy in the UK for this belt, I beat a Portuguese prospect for this belt, do you know what I mean? I've just defended this against another top UK guy. Like, who else is doing that? Who else is doing as consistent as me since making a debut? Who else just shows up every single show, fights the best guys, beats the best guys? Nobody, so I deserve it.
And one thing I was curious about as well, if you are going pro next, whether you do the IMAFs or not, if you do go pro next, we see a lot of guys who, let's just use someone as an example, Levi Batchelor, fought all his amateur career at featherweight, turned pros, went to bantamweight. Is the plan probably to stay at middleweight? Where are you thinking with that?
Welterweight, yeah, 100%. For this, I did no weight cut for this fight. I literally woke up this morning 83.4 because that's what I wanted it to be. Like I didn't want to cut water anymore because my last couple of fights were with Gassy, so I'm 83 now. Do you know what I mean? 83, 84. I can cut down 77 with the day before in, no problem. My main training partner, Johan Harris, he fights at 77 and we just fucking whip batting heads every day like that, so it works. It's best for me and best for him as well.
Seems very good. And do you see yourself now probably having, if you do, again, I'm just going to go off the pro thing, I'd like to see you fight in the IMAFs as well, because we all know what winning a medal in that sort of competition can do for your career, even early on. But if you are going pro, have you given any thought to, or have your coaches even mentioned anything about whether it would be probably local card to start, similar to like what Johan's done, and Josh, to be fair, have done, or do you already have conversations about if you want to maybe look at these promotions? Because obviously, Johan's now with WoW, we're seeing a lot of guys having success there. That'd be a cool place to start in theory, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd love to go to WoW. I'll definitely fight on WoW one day, right? But I'm definitely gonna make my debut on like Budo or Samurai. Get used to, like, I don't know, a couple months of training with elbows and stuff. My elbow pads have been in a shoebox in my bedroom for too long. I've been itching to pull them out and use them, doing so. Yeah, I'm gonna practice using the elbows, and I'm not just gonna jump straight and fight some. Like, I've never fought with pro rules 5 minutes, doing so. I'm gonna fight some well matched bouts in as pros early on, and then I'll get signed to a big organisation and just go for it. I'm still 23 years old, do you know what I mean? So
I didn't even know that, I didn't know that. That's mad. Makes me feel old. Perfect. Well, anyone else want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, I want to shout out all my sponsors. Just really make my life so much easier. Fitbond for like everything they do for me as well. And yeah, obviously my team at Total Martial Arts. My main training partners, Johan Harris, Callum, Josh O'Connor, Tommy Power, all the boys, and the list goes on, Danny, like Ron Crocker. Without you boys, I would not have done that there. Do you know what I mean? At that level, like we're all just grinding, making each other better, and I just thank you boys so much. And obviously my boxing coach, Enzo Martinelli, boxing sparring down there as well. Thank you to all the boys at Boyne Mine ABC, and to my secret, my mindset coach, Nick. So he's done big bits for me and changed my perspective on my career and where my outcome will be.
Love that, mate. Congrats as always. It's getting fucking heavy now, isn't it? So,
I can't afford it anymore. I won't be able to carry on. Thank you as well.
Enjoy the
Thanks
rest
so
of
much.
it, alright?
Thank you.